This is it. The moment we have been waiting for. Monica Garcia has finally been exposed as the troll account Reality Von Tease. Heather Gay's exposing it. The ladies are coming after her. It's the Real Housewife of Salt Lake City finale. Are you ready?
Thank God. Been waiting for this for how many months now?
It's been the countdown. We've had our predictions, we've had our theories, and now it's time to get into it. Oh, hi, it's me, Zack Peter, pop culture junkie, reality TV insider, published author, and host of the No Filter with Zack Peter podcast. Here I'll bring you all the latest news on the Real Housewives, deep dives into celebrity legal scandals, and unfiltered convos with your favorite stars. I've got you covered, and yes, I always keep receipts. So be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest tea. Now, let's dive in. Okay, this is it. Are you excited that we have finally reached not only the end of the season, but the big bombshell reveal, the Heather Gay moment of like, get out of my room. I need to deal with this. Don't film me right now.
Yeah. I think that this might have been one of the best season finales in history across
all franchises, all Housewives, iconic.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we could have guessed as much as we wanted to, but we were never, ever going to realize that she was who she actually was.
So rather than recapping the full episode, we just need to dive into the meat of it. And so the big bombshell is that Heather discovers through, it looks like her hairdresser, Tanisha, and then it seems like she has like some sort of like private eye or like someone that has some sort of like internet intel confirms that Monica is behind this account called Reality Von Tease that has been trolling all of the women. They
since the beginning, right?
Since like season 1, season 2, like once the show began like picking up popularity. Were you shocked by Heather Gay's revelation?
What do you mean?
The fact that like Monica, I mean, obviously we'd kind of like speculated that like Monica was behind some sort of troll accounts, but like, were you shocked when Heather delivered the information to the women?
Gooped, gagged, every kind of adjective you can think of. I could not believe that that is what came out. And I am so glad that we are living this day and age where we got to see it.
It's wild. Like, I have to give the editors the most credit because the way they delivered this news, the way they edited this episode was just chef's kiss. Like
it was a cinematic masterpiece.
Yes. Okay, which is what I text him, so he just stole my words.
Yeah, that's not what you texted me.
Yes, and that's exactly what I text you.
Okay, you get confused sometimes, I think, and you probably read stuff. You just skim through it, and you're like, oh, yeah, I said that.
I did say that.
I don't think so.
Pull up the text message.
Hold on.
Pull it. Receipts, timeline, evidence, everything. Watch. It's going to be here. Just wait. Receipts, timeline.
We texted a lot today, so. You didn't say exactly that. You said the editing was cinema. I said I felt like I was watching a feature film.
Yes, but
so yeah, cinema was your word. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
I concede. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Should. I'm always right.
Okay.
It's a lesson you should know by now.
God.
The editing, the way that they set this up, the way that they brought us to the dinner with the dolls and the game and all that shit before they take us back with the rewind of 2 hours later, Heather brings down Meredith, Whitney, Lisa, and she's just like, Monica is not who she says she is. Monica, who we celebrated her birthday. We were here for her. We came to Bermuda to support her. She is Reality Von Tease. And then the reaction from the women, they were all like I didn't know who Reality Von Tease was, but their reaction was just like, what? Like they've discussed in depth Reality Von Tease.
Right. Yes, and I cannot believe from the moment on the beach that all of the ladies were able to just hold it together and act like everything was kumbaya until it came out of Heather's mouth. I know who you are. You're Reality Von Teese. Ugh. Masterclass in acting. Been able to hold that in because
All of them, like none of, like they all came to the table, sat down, knowing the information, knowing that Heather had her role to deliver the information.
Bitch.
So good.
And I remember like seeing it at the beginning and, you know, her telling the producers and everything to get out of her room. I was like, God, I hope it's not a letdown. Bitch, it was not.
Well, and then everything ties together, right? Meredith talks about the clutch being stolen from her store, and then they show the flashback of Monica being in Meredith's store,
yeah.
and saying like, I've never been here before, like this is the first time I've ever been here. And then they have the security footage of blonde Monica in Heather's store when the clutch got stolen, and that was a whole thing. And now Jen's assistant has come out and he's like, I never stole the clutch. That was never me. Jen claims that she never stole the clutch. So it seems like Monica is the one that took the clutch from the store that evening. They have Monica on security camera footage, and it looks like she's holding the clutch in her hand from what they showed. So it just shows like Monica was involved in so much of this. And the thing is, Monica doesn't deny it. When Heather finally brings it up at the table, she doesn't say that she had no part in it. She was just kind of like, well, I knew that this was going to come to light eventually.
About the
Reality Von Teese.
Oh, yeah. But even like the whole stealing things, but Meredith even said, she was like, I didn't say you stole anything, but you were definitely in my store.
It was the fact that she lied. It was the level of deception of being like, she committed to being like, I've never been in your store before, but clearly she had been, and she was there on a night that was so pivotal when there was something that was stolen from the store. And then her just knowing about this account that was trolling all of these women, her involvement and connection to these people.
Oh, bitch, I know.
And then she's like, well, it was all about Jen Shaw. It was all of us trying to take down Jen Shaw because she was terrible to her employees. And as Ashley mentioned, the rest of the women were just collateral damage. That was wild.
I know. And to think that, like, do you think that she was actually trying to befriend these women throughout the season, or was she just trying to get tea?
I think she was just trying to get TV time. I think she wanted to be, she didn't love that she wasn't on the show, and so she was like, because I'm not on the show, it probably came from a place of like jealousy of like, let me take these women down. And then eventually when the opportunity to join the show came about, then she was like, okay, well, I have to befriend them. I don't think she was trying to dig up tea on them. I think she knew enough tea on them, and that's why she continued to reveal these little tidbits throughout the season. And Heather caught on to it. She's like, that's why Monica would reveal all these personal, intimate things about her own life, is because she wanted to make sure that nobody could come back to catch her up in these things.
Yeah, for sure. God, it was just so good. The way that they did everything, the meeting of the core four on the beach, and like, it's funny that we just got finished talking about, you know, like Angie's alleged involvement in the Greek mafia and everything. That felt like a mafia moment to me.
That really was.
Like, you know, the four bosses are meeting to discuss how they're going to take down.
When Heather summons all the women to the beach, it's like the Avengers. Somebody posted a clip on social media. I don't remember the account. I apologize, but I remember seeing a clip on social media where it's the Hulk, and the Hulk like screams, and all of a sudden Black Widow and Captain America, all the Avengers start to show up. And that's what it was. Heather was the Hulk, and then all of a sudden she summons each of the Avengers, and they come down to take down Thanos. And Monica was Thanos. And listen, Monica's unapologetic about it. We see going into the reunion, she's like, I have more to say. And she's like, yes, I was a part of, you know, this account. She's like, I wasn't the only one a part of this account. She's like, but I was a part of this, but my main target was Jen Shaw. Everyone else was collateral damage in this. And it does, when you actually look at the account, it looks like Jen Shaw is the main target of it.
Yeah.
But
wait, so when she was talking about the video of Jen mistreating her employees, whatever, was that Monica who recorded her when they were
Yeah.
like sitting at that
Yeah.
table
That was
and she was,
Monica.
God.
Yeah.
I mean, this is all just like wrapped up in a perfect little bow and was one of my favorite moments in TV history, for sure.
Yep. Romy says her favorite was Angie K finding everything out in real time. Angie K was all of us. Angie K's like, what? What is happening? Because everyone else already knew because they were all part of the secret meeting.
Yeah, I know that. And I guess just because, the 4 original housewives were the ones that had been targeted the longest and everything.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's why they met. But God, yeah, you could just see almost the life drain out of Angie's face when she was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, she's like, I thought we were just playing a game. Like, what is happening? And she's like,
Yeah.
what? Like, you're part of a troll account that was like dragging these women, dragging their families, spreading these rumors. I mean, and it's caused like a big ripple effect, right? All the other
Yeah.
women were, dragging Monica. Obviously, none of them have spoken to her since Bermuda. Heather decided to then sue Monica because she realized that Monica had 3 different accounts at Beauty Lab and Laser. One of them where she had a tab of $2,000 that had not been paid. So, there was a lot of information
Yeah,
that
but
was
she
now
had like 3 different
names.
accounts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
yeah,
different
yeah,
accounts,
yeah.
3 different names. And one of them had the balance of 2K. But it's also like, why do you have 3 accounts? Why do you have 3 names? Like,
Yeah.
why, And so obviously after Bermuda is when Heather decided to sue Monica. I think it's more of the principle because she
Mhm.
only had a balance of $2,000, which in the grand scheme of things is not that much. So like, why pursue litigation? Like, paying for an attorney is going to cost more than
Yeah.
$2,000. That it was more of the principle of it. It's wild to me, but Mary Cosby's still out there, defending Monica.
Even like, because aren't Mary and Meredith really close?
They are close. I think Meredith has also kind of softened her approach towards Monica. I think they both believe that Monica really was just trying to take down Jen because she worked for Jen and knew that Jen was a terrible boss.
Yeah.
Without realizing that, like, but Monica also was aware that these other women, as Monica puts it, were collateral damage in all of this. And like, they were going
Mhm.
down with Jen.
Oh, the collateral damage comment just sent me into oblivion.
And then you see the reunion trailer, and Monica comes and she has the burn book and she's ready to just mention it all. And
Yeah.
and she to this day is still doubling down on it. I think like at some point you need to have some level of like, listen, I should have said something sooner. Because in the finale, she says, she's like, I should have, I knew that this was going to come out eventually. So it's
Mhm.
like, then why not just lead with that? Like, if
Yeah.
you know that this will eventually be the other shoe to drop, why not just go all in and be like, listen, I need to tell you something and let that be the meat of your connection? I don't know.
I don't know how. I mean, this was a great, great, great season. I don't know how she is going to be able to come back with, because I cannot imagine that the rest of the women are going to want to film with her after
Nobody wants
this.
to film with her after this. And Deb says Monica turned into her mom.
Ooh,
Okay,
that's an
a
insult.
lot of people are saying that Monica's the best first year housewife ever. And even if she only gets 1 season, she has the most impact in that
Yeah.
1 season. I agree with that. I
Yeah.
do. Do you think we bring Monica back next season?
I mean, I really want to see her back just because she was great, great TV. I'm anxious to see what all comes out at the reunion with, everything that she's planning to expose. But I mean, yeah, I want to see her back. I just don't know how that's actually going to be able to happen.
Because none of them want to film with her. None of
Yeah.
them have like any interest in like associating with her, talking to her. Like, and I get it. Like when your personal lives, when your family, when all of that is being pulled into question and somebody's like trying to expose you for things that,
Mhm.
as these women are claiming, are not actually true about them and their families. Like, I get that. But at the same time, it's also just like, but she was a great housewife. She was great
Yeah.
television. And we want to see how this continues to play out.
Oh, well, I guess we got to wait for what, 3 more weeks? 3 episodes of Reunion?
Mary says that she'll come back and film if it's to defend Monica. Would you want to see Mary come back in a like bigger capacity?
Yes. I mean, again, I think that Mary makes great TV.
Ooh, Emily makes a good point. Monica will be channeling Danielle season 2. Because Danielle was so hated after season 1. She was the prostitution whore.
Yeah.
So interesting. End up says no house and not a wife.
End up.
Neither was Bethany. Remember when Bethany came back and she's like, I'm homeless. I'm not a housewife, but I am real. That was her tagline.
Great tagline.
It was a great tagline. What do you think Angie K was thinking as this is all unfolding? And she's like getting this information and also realizing like Monica just has dirt on everyone.
I think that at first she was thinking, wait, are they acting? Is this something that's actually happening? And then, I mean, the receipts that, because when Monica said to Angie, I'm going to expose you, this, that, and the other, and they pulled up the receipts, and it was essentially just Angie K kind of responding with emojis and stuff like that to post that Reality Von Teese did. So I don't think that there's actually going to be dirt on Angie, but I mean, only time will tell. But for sure, I think that she was just, it took her a minute to get her bearings and kind of come back down to earth and be like, wait, is this actually happening?
Yeah. I mean, I believe Monica when she says that her sole target was Jen. I believe that like Monica did this. I don't think Monica was the ringleader in this account. I think Tanisha, the hairdresser, was probably the ringleader.
Which, another question for me is, so is Heather still talking to Tanisha? Because when she spoke about her in the present tense, like my friend Tanisha, who is my hairdresser.
No. Hey, she doesn't do her hair anymore.
Oh, okay.
I know that. But she said that like Tanisha had come to her and was like, I am having a come to Jesus moment. And here's the truth about Monica. And Monica was involved in this account. We were all involved in this account. It looked like there were 4 people. The names were bleeped out, but it looked like it was Monica, Tanisha, Koa. And there's one other name that I haven't been able to piece together yet. But like the 4 of them were actively trying to take these women down.
Yeah. God. But like, I don't know. I think that they just probably, again, for sure, it was just a way to take down Jen Shaw, but they kind of saw the, how salacious it was. And then really just started going on all of the women with no holds barred.
Yeah, Tanisha has been very active on social media. She says that she has more evidence and she has proof that like Monica had a bigger involvement than she's claiming that she had. I think Tanisha was the ringleader. And I think Tanisha kind of like spearheaded this. I think Monica liked to get messy. The question that I have in regards to Monica is why she was driving by people's houses.
The question that Heather had to Monica about why she was driving by people's houses, wasn't she just driving by Jen Shaw's house? I mean, I don't understand. That sounds like some crazy ex-girlfriend stuff to me, but
it seemed like there was more than just Jen. But Jen was again the primary person. But like, why? Like, what are you like? You're hoping to find? Because then she was like, "Ooh, look at the movers are outside Jen's house." Like, it looked like she was looking for information. But like, why? Just to expose it on this account? Like, it's weird.
I mean, that would be the only thing that I would think. But
what did you think about Heather revealing that Jen Shaw's the one that gave her a black eye?
Oh my God, fucking finally. It was just more so about the thank you for finally admitting it. But it was still really good in the moment, just with the way that it was edited and the drama behind it. Yeah, another chef's kiss moment.
What did you think of Jen Shaw's response to it?
Was that, how is she tweeting from prison?
She's not. Well, here's the interesting thing. If you actually look at the timestamps, the Instagram was made before the episode, before the scene actually aired.
Mhm.
Once the episode was like about to air and drop and all this information was about to come out, Jen Shah's Instagram account released this statement about how it can't be true because Bravo doesn't have any footage of Jen actually punching Heather, and Andy still wanted a one-on-one sit down with Jen Shah. So why would he want to sit down with Jen if it wasn't actually true, or if she actually punched Heather? Like, that wouldn't make any sense. Like, why would he want to have a sit down interview with someone that assaulted another cast member? And clearly the show can't live on without her. One, there's zero footage, and Andy Cohen went on his radio show this morning. He's like, there's no footage of how Heather got the black eye. We did an investigation. Heather claims she doesn't remember. So at this point, they don't know how Heather got the black eye because it was never caught on camera. So whether it was Jen or not Jen, there's no footage of it. And I think Jen knows that. It's also interesting that this statement went out before it actually aired on the show, meaning Jen was aware of this. Also, you have, my understanding, I've never been in prison, but like my understanding is you have set hours when you're allowed to communicate with the outside world, whether it's via email, scheduled phone calls, visits, whatever. So my theory is that Jen knew that this information was going to come out at some point. So they had a pre-banked statement that was ready to go for whenever Heather was willing to come out with that.
I think that's a great theory, and one that seems very sound. What did Andy respond on the radio show today?
He said that yes, they were interested in doing a one-on-one with Jen, but that she had these are you ready for some tea? God, you might have to cut me off at some point. But so he said that that Jen had these unrealistic expectations for a one-on-one sit-down interview. We know that Jen Shah has given a one-on-one sit-down interview prior. Okay. Andy said that one of the stipulations for this one-on-one sit-down interview was a behind-the-scenes documentary documenting the final days leading up to Jen Shah going to prison. I can tell you that I know of conversations that were happening with Jen Shah and another person about a documentary that there were there were multiple conversations about another person producing this potential documentary, and this other person was willing to produce this other documentary as long as Jen Shah was willing to give this interview. I also was very close to securing a Jen Shah final day before prison interview, but I submitted my questions and she declined them. And I think that that's also part of the reason she declined Andy's interview, is because she wanted to have approval of the questions. She wanted to have final say over the edit before the interview was released. And she just kind of wanted this humanizing edit. And listen, I was around when that first interview happened, and I remember a lot of the details that were being discussed about the parameters that were allowed in order to secure that interview. So,
okay, let's talk about that offline. Because that sounds like some tea that I need to know.
Well, you know who the tea's about. Who gave Jen Shah the interview? There's only one person that gave Jen Shah that interview.
Okay, don't bring up names, because
I'm not bringing up.
Listen, I don't even remember.
I'm not bringing up names.
I didn't really care about her. I don't know about this interview or anything like that.
There was one sit-down interview. It was 2 parts. She gave this exclusive interview to this specific person. And I remember hearing about all the stipulations that needed to be followed in order for that interview to take place. And said person was also in discussions to do the documentary that Andy Cohen was referring to. I remember because I remember giving advice on whether or not that documentary should move forward or not. I didn't think that it was the right decision, and luckily that decision never came to fruition. Because she was a liar and she was guilty. And that's why it's weird that she's now calling Heather Gay a liar. Because it's like, you're in prison for lying.
Oh, do you think that she was lying?
Who,
I'm
Jen?
kidding.
Yes, she was lying. Listen, I had some great questions that I was going to ask Jen. Should they have given me that interview? Let me see if I can find them. Here we go. Jen Shaw questions. Ooh,
That's
okay.
a good idea. NW, you don't want me on your taboo team.
Okay, these are the questions that I submitted. Jen Shaw questions. These are the questions that I was going to ask Jen Shaw in my final interview.
We're going through all of those?
There aren't many. There are only 5.
45 pages front and back.
18 pages front and
45.
back. There are only 5 questions.
Okay.
They're just long questions.
Okay.
But they're detailed questions. Okay.
Proceed.
Jen, you maintained your innocence for so long, yet the evidence against you was overwhelming. The government provided emails and text messages to and from your co-defendants. You coached them on how to deceive the FTC, Stuart Smith in particular. You moved your operations over to Kosovo. You opened shell accounts in Wyoming. You instructed your team to move correspondence over to an encrypted app, Telegram. You instructed them to remove evidence from your office. Did you really believe that you were innocent? And what ultimately made you change your plea? After pleading guilty and wrapping production for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, we saw you living it up at the BravoCon after party after being disinvited by Bravo. We saw you caught in a screaming match on TMZ. You posted threatening tweets towards your fellow cast members. You did a YouTube live stream further disparaging your cast members. After your sentencing, it was reported that you hosted a 20-person dinner at a lavish Valbella Italian restaurant in New York City. None of this behavior exhibits someone that genuinely shows remorse for the conspiracy to commit wire fraud crime that you've admitted to committing. Why should we believe you now, and what has changed? Question number 3. Most fans would assume that this is an act of image rehab rather than true accountability. Many fans believed you, even purchasing your free Jen Shaw merch that you sold them. What would you like to say to your fans now?
Question 64.
You said after your sentencing that you would say the names of your victims, but privacy laws prevented you. Do you really know their names, and what message would you like to say to them now? And then my final question, question number 78. Most recently, after declining Bravo's offer to do a one-on-one sit-down, you launched the website Dear Jen Shaw. Many people immediately felt like this was another lead generation opportunity. Is it? And what can people expect from your site? What can we expect from you moving forward?
No shit, she declined that interview.
Yeah. Because they were the hard questions. Did I not ask Erica the hard questions when she was in my hot seat?
You did, but Erica was innocent.
Yes.
Yes, he did go full on Barbara Walters.
See, Amber says, no wonder she was scared.
Mm-hmm.
Maria B says, you forgot, did Coach Shaw know? Well, we based off of the text messages and the evidence that the government submitted, it seems like Coach Shaw very much did know. But that would have been a great follow-up question. How much did Coach Shaw know about your involvement in all of this, given the text messages referencing Coach Shaw that you sent to Stuart Smith, who is a co-conspirator? Whew. Do you want to see Monica back next season?
I already said yes. I mean, I don't think that's, I don't know, I shouldn't say she's not a good person. That's not nice, but
I mean, she's not a great person.
no, she's not a great person. This, I wouldn't be surprised if Monica does not have any family in Bermuda is really giving me, I wouldn't be surprised if we never saw Denise Richards again.
And yet we did see Denise Richards again. And we saw her coochie for $9.
Oh my God.
Did you like her coochie?
I do. When you send me shit, sometimes I just exit out of it.
You know, I was telling the people on the YouTube that I thought
On
Lisa
the
Rinna.
YouTube.
No, I thought Lisa Rinna was the one with iconic lips, and then I paid $9 on OnlyFans and saw him.
Oh, Zach, come on. Jesus. Oh my God.
Do you want to show them your shirt? You haven't given yourself a promotion yet.
Oh, I thought this was appropriate given the context. I never know which way to go with this fucking thing. Race into Death Valley.
Yeah.
I wore this today because this felt like a race into Death Valley. But this
Yeah.
is also a
'Cause
shirt from LSU,
He wanted
which is
to.
a Louisiana
He
shirt.
wanted to defend Doreen.
What?
Nothing. Not a good person if that's okay. Let's get into this debate because so many people are talking about how we shouldn't be upset with Monica when Jen Shaw is the one that committed a real crime, and the women should be more angry at Jen Shaw than they should be at Monica for hosting a troll account that exposed Jen Shaw.
Oh, I think that Jen Shaw is a terrible person.
Terrible person in prison, committed a
Terrible.
crime.
Yeah.
Crimes,
Yes.
plural.
Yes. And that footage, I mean, you can't deny what was caught on film. I'm sorry. And to hear the way that she spoke to her employees and even the way that she spoke to the other ladies when they were filming was, I mean, I could tell that she was not a good person, not anybody that I would ever want to be around, ever.
Yeah. I think the thing, like, I get why they're so mad at Monica because they've been through this with Jen.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they feel like Monica has been through this with Jen. So it's like, why would you repeat this cycle?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's more of like the level of deception of like, you had an opportunity to tell us that you had involvement or that you knew about this account and be like, listen, I'm trying to make it right. I'm trying to be your friends. And part of doing that is being like, here's the truth. Like if I started a troll account to like troll you on the internet, like at some point I would have to tell you, you know?
I'm still not entirely convinced you haven't done that, but
Okay,
sure.
first of all, you don't even get trolled on the internet, okay?
Yes, I. You ought to see some of the shit people send me.
What did they send you?
I mean, it's usually more nasty stuff.
They send you
but
dick pics? What did they send you?
I'm not even going to talk about the worst one that I ever got. But yes,
What did
people
it say?
It wasn't. No, it wasn't what people say. It's what people send me.
What did they send you? Now you have to reveal it.
No, I'll tell you about that when we're done. No, that is. I cannot repeat on the internet what this person sent me.
But did it turn you on?
No, not at all. Like, it was the most vile thing I think I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I've received some pretty vile things. I've actually received a lot of naughty things since like my hair debut. People have been very happy about it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be on the lookout for that one for sure.
Okay, that's one thing I would do. I would troll, but I don't need to create an account for that because I already trolled him on my main account.
Yeah. We all know you don't like the Waffle House slides.
How?
Which I actually got you for Christmas.
Shut up. He didn't get me anything for Christmas.
Yes, I did.
How much do you think Denise's coochie should be worth on on OnlyFans? Now that you've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Do you need to see it again?
No, I do not need to see that.
Here, let me show you.
I'm a very happy gay man.
You know, it's funny.
Who does not look at stuff like that.
Because I sent it to a housewife, and then another housewife sent it to me, and they're like, "Oh my God, did you see this?" And I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh, those are the screenshots that I sent somebody else."
I'm not going to look at it. You are wasting your time trying to even pull it up.
Actually, we discussed this.
What?
Because you had feelings. Okay. So first of all,
I'm not looking at this.
You've already seen this.
I have not.
Okay. Yes, you have. Okay. But you saw this one and you had a very specific comment to make about this one. I won't reveal the comment that you shared, but like you remember this one.
Is there a vagina in this
No,
picture?
there's no vagina.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that
one. Okay. But you also remember this one.
Is there a vagina in that picture?
I will cover the vagina. Look at it.
No, so you at least move your finger.
No,
as soon as I
so
turn?
you at least see.
Okay.
You remember that pose though.
No, I don't remember that.
Yes, I showed you. Remember, I zoomed out. Look, and if I turn the phone this way, doesn't it look like Lisa Rinna?
Stop! Oh my God! Stop! Just close your phone.
Okay, what about this one? There's no coochie in this one. There's no There's not even a titty.
Oh yeah, that's actually a cute picture.
No, it's not. Look at her bunions.
Zach, people have bunions. I'm not offended by vagina. I just don't need to see it in a sexually exploited way.
It's not
I enjoy art.
It's like the Mona Lisa.
Okay.
You said that, not me.
It's not vagina phobia. Don't have a vagina phobia. I just don't need to see it when it's in. Yeah.
So you don't like. What about like the idea of like eating vagina?
What?
Like that's like I find that attractive.
Moving on.
It's my favorite. Well, I don't watch porn, but on the 2% of the year that I will, that's actually great porn. Is like watching like pussy eating videos. It's great.
My God. Why did I come here today? I should have stayed in Louisiana.
The burn book. Oh, post that one.
Where? Oh, here we go.
The burn book was a lame, desperate attempt at relevancy. We don't know what's
Depends
in the
on what's
burn
in the
book.
burn book.
Exactly. Thank
Yeah.
you. We don't know what's in it. Look at what Eliza said.
I can't keep up with shit.
Oh my God. How are you ever going to do this? Y'all wouldn't want to be forced to look at dick, so let Josh look away. Josh likes looking at dick.
She's not talking about me. She's talking about everybody that's attacking me for not wanting to look at a vagina. You're goddamn right. And I had a ton of gator when I was home. Did I get a picture of it? I think I did. I had gator tacos when I was in Louisiana.
Oh, he likes gator taco.
Mhm.
As long as the taco's got some bite, he likes it.
I walked into that one and I acknowledged that was my bad. Oh God.
Walked right into that one. Can we all acknowledge? Oh, Zach's fantastic. Wait, how fantastic Zach's hair look. Thank you, Goodies
It does look
Gumdrop.
really good. It's
Thank you.
Yeah, look. Alligator tacos. They don't look very good. I don't do great at
I mean, even with the
pictures.
cream, it looks like Denise Richards.
I hate it here. I swear to God, I hate it.
No, Joe. No, that's not what I meant at all.
That was a horrible way to say that.
Okay. Gigina says, can't wait to see what's inside the burn book. Bet it's receipts of the girls taking a shit on each other throughout the years. I mean,
talking shit on
oh.
each other. What the fuck?
I'm not allowed to read comments.
No, you should not be allowed to read comments.
Starting the new year off with a great roasting of there we go.
I mean, I honestly didn't expect anything less.
Yeah. I meant like taking shit. Like I didn't. Sorry, that came out wrong. God. I didn't mean it like that. Like when I read it, I like had very pure intentions in what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's like Monique's binder and they don't really show us much. Yeah, I don't think they'll show us much, but it's because I don't think they'll get into much of what is in the binder. But I'm assuming in the burn book, it shows all the other terrible things that the other women have done to each other behind the scenes. What if it's proof of them DMing the IG page? I'm sure it is. Or other DMs that they've sent other accounts. Like I'm sure it shows, you know. See, Josh, no kink shaming. If women like to shit on each other,
oh my God.
Don't kink shame them.
I'm not kink shaming anyone's
Support
kinks,
them.
unless you like shitting on people. I think that's nasty.
Yeah, I will agree with that. Don't do that. That's
that
just
also,
not
that's
hygienic.
how you get diseases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you get COVID.
Wash up and douche. Or douche and then wash up. You want to wash up after.
Is that what you did before you came over?
No. I had no reason to do that. Thank you very much.
Monica was going to start all the rumors. Who is your favorite housewife of Salt Lake City?
Meredith. And that one was exclusively for you, Rummy.
I love all of them. I don't think I do love all of them.
Don't you dare fucking click that. I hate you. Don't y'all do that. That's not nice and is not appropriate.
Burn Book is probably full of DMs from cast members talking crap about other housewives. I think that's exactly what it is. Yes, Joe, I do now know what a shower douche is thanks to you. Do you have
None of your business. None of any of y'all's business what I got.
Meredith is my fave because the girls gang up on her. Yeah. It's not very nice.
They do, but I
But
don't
she
know.
was vindicated.
She
She was finally vindicated.
there you go.
As she should have been.
I love her. I think she's elegant and classy and beautiful. So there you go. I saw that one that you just tried to click out of real quick. Don't click on that.
Well, I didn't.
You did.
I tried to accidentally, and I tried to ignore it, and you brought attention to it. So Meredith had the footage in her pocket before the trip. What footage?
What
footage?
footage?
Of the yeah. Well, she revealed that she had, but she was trying to piece everything. Like her and Heather, I think, were equally trying to understand everything.
Yeah.
Because I mean, to be fair, they knew that Monica knew Jen. And
Right.
so when she got the footage and was like, okay, well, Monica was present for that. And then she realized that like Monica had been in her store before, but like told her she'd never been in the store before.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a connecting of the dots.
Yeah. Oh, because you got to remember that they had that conversation on the beach before the dinner. And so Meredith was probably like, wait. So was that Monica at my store? Does that make sense?
I'm sure it was, but it was more of just like, well, why would she lie to me about not being at her store like that? Like, it was more of just like, I'm sure she was just kind of like, well, that was strange. Like, why would she lie to me?
Mm-hmm.
Did she have more to do with this? Who did steal the clutch? Because the clutch, I mean, ultimately it was resolved. And Jen was like, I paid for the clutch, or returned the clutch, or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And Koa, who's the assistant, or not Koa, the other assistant that was there that day, he is very adamant and claims that Meredith apologized to him. And he's like, I never stole that clutch. I never knew anything about the stolen clutch. Okay, this is a good point, Mallory. Monica should have come clean about the reality Von Teese when she told Heather, I would create an account to send DMs.
Foreshadowing much?
Yeah. Like at that point, she should have just owned it. And it was like, listen, I've been a part of things in the past. I wish I wasn't. I'm sorry that I ever took part in it. My intention was to take down Jen, but I also know that you guys were also affected. And I just want to like, like this is coming from me. You may not trust me up front, but like, I want to be honest,
Yeah. I mean, I will also say this, that I think that there were a few points in this season that Monica was actually scared of the women. And she was probably wondering, oh, fuck, what did I get into? And not knowing what was going to happen. And I think that when it just came out at that table and you could see the look on her face, I think that the only thing she was thinking was just keep calm, just keep calm, just keep calm. Cause I think that she was just so beaten down and she knew I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Let me just leave because these women are going to eviscerate me.
Yeah. Well, she was like, oh, well, I left because there was more information. They just weren't ready to hear the information.
No, I think she was scared of those women at some points.
Yeah, I think she didn't realize to what degree they knew things. Like, they don't, like, of what her involvement was. Because now Tanisha's come out and Tanisha's like, there's more to the story. And then we have the other assistant that's come out and he's just like, here's a video of Monica driving by Jen's house. And here are text messages of her showing that she was driving by Jen's house. And this is illegal to be stalking somebody in this way. So I think Monica in that moment was like, let me get my ducks in a row. Before they try to do any more gotcha moments, let me leave and make sure I can clean up my side of the street before they try to come for it. Yeah.
Wait, who?
She ate them up, though. She's a different animal. Monica. Listen, I think Monica handled it very well. Like, them coming at her, like, she didn't crack. She owned it. She was like, what? Like, she very much.
It was like seeing the villain in like what's his name? Sosei from what was that? Reservoir Dogs or something like that. But you finally realize who the real villain was the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And the way she sat there was like a movie villain. And she just took it on the chin, and then she, I know, tried to come after him, but I think she realized she was outnumbered and it was time to GTFO.
Yeah. They don't have Tanisha at the reunion, from what I know. Does that beach scene now feel like Monica was trying to confess without actually confessing? It felt like she was trying to gauge Heather's reaction.
Yeah. I think in a way, I can see that for sure.
So she was kicked out at 2 a.m. Did she stay at another hotel and then went to the airport by herself? I would assume so.
That's what I'm wondering. And I am also assuming that we're going to probably find out about that at the reunion, because that was my immediate thought was, okay, so where did she go? There's no way she stayed in that house.
Yeah.
I'd have been fearing for my safety, child.
I know. Here's the thing. Monica is so ruthless and toothless that she would have stayed in the house just to be like, you're not kicking me out and I'm not leaving.
I don't think so. I don't think she stayed in that house.
I don't think she's afraid of these women because she knows all their secrets.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Monica's a good Karna. Well, she learned from Jen Shaw. I feel bad for her kids. They kicked her out in the last 10 minutes of the trip. She slept there. Yeah.
All right. Well,
why wouldn't she still sleep there? Yeah. Did Heather fire her? Did Heather fire her 20-year friend? No, she said she doesn't use the hairdresser anymore.
I thought she said that she was still her hairdresser.
No, she was her former hairdresser. She hasn't used her recently.
I don't know. I was reeling when all this came out. I'm sure a few things got.
I feel like I remember Heather saying this was a former hairdresser.
She also called her a friend, though, so it didn't sound like there was bad blood between Heather and Tanisha.
But to be fair, Tanisha came forward and was like, "Here's the truth." You know, I mean, granted, I think Tanisha's motivations were to throw Monica under the bus, but at the same time, at least Tanisha came forward as like, "Here's the truth. We were part of this. We did do this troll account. It was supposed to be targeted at Jen, but we did come after all of you." But that's a good point, Emily. Tanisha being a hairdresser for multiple housewives would be a prime person to get the secrets for the account. Yeah. And then, the other people working for Jen, that would make sense.
I think she and Tanisha are still friends.
I mean, but you can rebuild that friendship if that person comes clean and is honest with you, or you believe at least what they're saying. It's not to say that Tanisha's not lying to her still to cover her own tracks, but if somebody comes forth and is like, "Listen, I did this and I feel bad about it," then I feel like, I don't know, you can at least try to forgive them. I don't know. Just trying to devil's advocate. I'm trying to look at both sides. No.
I have to sneeze. Okay, it went away.
Okay. Well, we have the reunion next week. Looks like it's going to be what, 3 parts, maybe.
3 parts, yeah.
3-part reunion. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready to see what that burn book has and if it's anything worth taking out.
Will you be returning for the reunion?
Yes.
Okay. Josh will be here next Wednesday for the reunion. We will be breaking it all down. Mary's return, Monica's burn book, the women going hard at Monica, grilling her with all the questions that I'm sure we all have to want answers to, including the Jen Shaw black eye of it all. Were you shocked when Heather revealed it was Jen? Or were you like, finally?
Do you pay attention to anything
you did say finally, but was there an element of shock?
There was still an element of shock, and I think it was more so just because Heather maintained and I don't know what happened. Like,
Liar.
I don't think that she
Liar.
was
A liar.
that is a lie. I don't think she's a liar. There's a difference.
She's the one that delivered the lie, so that makes her a liar.
Agree to
If
disagree.
I said, Josh, your hair looks really nice tonight and not a disheveled hot mess, that would be a lie. That would make me a liar.
I asked him how my hair looked before we came on, and he said it looked good. So I guess if that's what that's the storyline you're going with now, it makes you a liar.
No, it looks better than it did when
All right.
we walked
Also,
in the
to be
door.
fair, it is windy as hell in LA right now. So
yeah.
I think, hold on. I'm pretty sure that all future reunions are going to
On
be
Peacock,
on
yeah.
Peacock. They're going to be unedited.
See, Mallory says Heather was absolutely lying about the black eye. Yep. She even made the network do a whole investigation. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Sorry, people are saying nice things about me, and I'm choosing to concentrate
Your windblown
on that.
locks are gorgeous. Oh, don't
Thank you,
fluff his
Mallory.
ego.
Mwah. Oh, I don't. I see. Sometimes I click and the thing moves too fast.
You're used to fast moving things.
Shut up. Let's have a girls trip problematic edition with Monica, Marlo, Lisa, Danielle Staub, Adriana DeMora, Noella, Brandy, Kelly Dodd, Mary Cosby, and Jennifer.
Oof, that would be chaos.
That is a cast right there.
That would be chaos. So it's not okay to have 4 to 5 people trying to expose a felon, but not okay to be part of trying to expose the felon. These women supported Jen. Well, they believed Jen was telling the truth because she said, I'm innocent. I'm telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Okay. Any other closing thoughts before we wrap? As you continue to read the live chat without putting any comments on the screen.
I'm just looking for comments on me. I'm kidding.
There aren't any good comments on you.
I am loving it. I'm not caught up because I was gone for 2 weeks, but I'm loving it.
It's good. It's actually really good. I'm surprised. Yeah. I'm enjoying Kelly Ben-Simone. I'm enjoying Kristen. I was surprised that Kristen was really bringing what she brought to Ultimate Girls Trip. Like,
well,
she's
don't spoil
really
anything. I think I've only seen 3 episodes.
I've only seen 3 episodes too. I haven't
Maybe
finished.
I've only seen 2.
I haven't finished watching past episode 3, but from what I've seen, it's actually pretty good. I would support my friend too if she was found guilty. I mean, that's a good point.
Until she was found guilty.
Until she was found. Oh, yeah.
You have got to read slower because you're going to say the wrong thing.
No, but like, to be fair, wouldn't you still support your friend even after, like, I don't know. Like, if your friend was like, I lied to you because I was scared and like, I'm going to prison now because I did the wrong thing. Like, would you dump them as a friend?
Well, if they did what Jen Shaw did, yeah. It depends on what they were going to. I don't know. If you're going to prison, you did some bad shit.
Yes, but like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't, like, if you did what Jen, I would be so, like, I would feel so betrayed that, like, you lied to me. But also, I would be like, but you're still my friend. Like, I don't know. It's complicated, right? Because, like, I get Heather and Meredith's loyalty to Jen, but then I don't know. She lied to them. I don't know. It's complicated.
Yeah. Not if they were stealing from old folks. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but the old folks were dying anyway.
Oh my God. See, this is why I can't go live with you anymore. You say shit like that. That's horrible. You retract that statement.
I retract that statement.
God.
But it made a couple people laugh.
Okay. That's all the thoughts I've got on the episode.
Yeah.
Thank God that it was something so juicy to finally be revealed.
Because we had a couple of episodes that were a little lackluster. They were kind of like the filler episodes.
Yeah. But you always need the fillers, so.
Fillers help you stay young. Do you want to promote your YouTube channel while you still have a few people watching you?
Yes. Thank you, Zach. I always seem to forget that.
What would you do without me?
I don't know. Anyways, I'm on YouTube, Josh from Louisiana, and you can watch me on Sundays recapping Southern Charm New Orleans, a show that was gone from our screens too soon. And this week we go to the Myrtles, the most haunted house in America. So grab your mint juleps, join me at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'll see y'all there.
Wait, and you're doing another show too after that, right?
Oh my God. Has anyone else seen the new preview for Feud? It's what's his name? What?
No, continue.
It's shit, what's his name? All right, y'all start getting ready for this one. Cause when Feud, it is Capote versus the Swans. And I love how they advertised it as like the original Housewives, because that is exactly
So true.
the vibe that this trailer gives you. It's like original Housewives before Housewives were even a thing. So I think that comes out on January 31st. Going to kind of gauge when's a good time to recap that, but we'll totally be bringing it to that. It's scripted, but trying to figure out my own.
I'm so mad because we were talking to FX about doing promotions for it. And then the actor strike and the writer strike and all that happened, and then those all got squashed, and now it's coming out, but they're not doing the promotions that they were originally planning on doing. So I was hoping to recap them more on the show, but we're not going to be able to. But I'm still going to watch it. It still looks good, and I still can't wait.
Good. Yeah.
NJ has a question for you. NJ has a question for you.
Where?
On the screen.
Oh.
Because you're never consistent.
Okay. We had the holidays, so I've been going live actually several times, and I missed the last 2 weeks because the Sunday that I usually go live 2 weeks ago was Christmas Eve, and the Sunday that I was supposed to go or would have normally gone live this past week was New Year's Eve. So I'm really going to be doing that when I'm going to have 2 people in there.
So you'll be live when?
I will be live this Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also follow me on Instagram at Josh from Louisiana, and I provide updates on when all that shit is happening.
Yes. Will you reconverse after the part 1 reunion?
Will you reconvene after part 1 reunion? Yes, we will. We're going to, because it's going to be what? Same schedule next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be here.
It was a question for you.
That was not a question I would answer. Good God.
All right, guys, have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. This was fun. We'll be back next. Well, I'll be back next Wednesday. We'll see if Josh makes it. I'll be back next Wednesday to recap the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion part 1.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, guys. Bye. Good night. Have a good one. Thank you for staying up late with us.
Bye.
Ciao for now.